Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so I started flattening these earlier and getting them so they're pliable and they bend easier instead of being solid tubes like this. So I'm hoping I'm at a good angle here. Let's see if I can do it a little bit better here. Okay, so how I do this is I usually grab 4. I can grab more, but then it gets tricky. So grab 4, and this is the corner of my table, and my table kind of has this, instead of being straight corner, it's got a, what'd you call that? A beveled edge? I don't know. Anyway, so it's got straight, then it goes at an angle, and then it has a little straight part here. So anyway, what I like to do, as you can tell, part of my table here is pretty worn down, but I don't think it's from this, but maybe it is. So I just hold the end, hold them pretty firm, and push down and pull. Whoops, leave those ones over there. And then keeping it the same, so they're all flat here, but it doesn't really matter. You're just trying to loosen up these fibers. So then you hold it again and you flatten. It's a little bit hard to do, and I'm hoping I'm doing a good enough job for you to see what I'm doing. Other people, do one at a time, and I used to do one at a time too, but I when I did that big batch where I made all of those little tiny circles, and I had all these, like I had a huge pile, well, I was like, okay, no more of that. So there we go. So see, they're pretty flexible now. And of course, with one of these, even though sometimes if I do a bunch of them, they're not fully straight, but I've found that doesn't really, it's easy, you can always straighten it out when you're making your roll. So anyway, the goal here is just so that way these fibers get used to being bent. Let's do a couple more here. Now this is all that paper from just that one Reader's Digest. I rolled all these last night and ended up finishing watching almost all of my recorded X-Files. I don't know, I kind of I like this latest season, the revival series or whatever I guess you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I was watching X-Files when it was new. I remember watching the premiere for that when it was new too, because I'm butt-ass old. So anyway, I just do this. I do it a couple times, maybe 3 times or so. I don't even count. I just do it until I feel like they're pretty flexible. And then, of course, even though I did that one side, I still flip them over and flatten them this way. Because like I said, your goal is to make them flexible. And so this is how much I've done so far and gotten flat. I'm going to be making, hopefully I can find some more Reader's Digests. I only think I have one more. I would like to keep all the papers that like these all the same. So I think I have one more, and I can ask around, so some of my friends or maybe my stepmom might have some. I'm not sure, but she might not. I don't know. Maybe some of her family will have a couple. I'm just looking for Reader's Digest though, so I don't know. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could near the end of a month, maybe I could probably go to like one of the, I know my dental office has a bunch of magazines and stuff. I can get magazines just about anywhere. You can go just about anywhere and ask for them. Like I said, I even got these free. These are from Hy-Vee. Like this one is for April, and this must be April's, is it? Yeah, this must be April's, I don't know, you know, balance thing from Hy-Vee. And I got a paper in here. I never did look to see what that is. Oh, it's so I'm gonna go on Saturday or Friday to get my groceries. So one day on Friday. So every $20 that I purchase of my groceries, I get 13 cents, and I usually end up having about a 60 or probably, I don't know. I usually end up with quite a bit of for groceries. So anyway, what am I at for? Because I don't want to talk forever. I'll do one more of layer of 4. I mean, you can do it however you want. Like I said, at one time I even used a rolling pin, but I don't know. I was getting irritated with my rolling pin because I kept hitting my knuckles. Because I think I needed a bigger rolling pin, or maybe, I don't know. So I stopped using my rolling pin and then just started using the side of my table. Eventually, I'm probably going to have to redo my table because I have my varnishes coming off. So I'll have to eventually sand this down and put on a new varnish, which I suck at doing anyway because I suck at painting straight, you know, nice even coats. I've tried just doing that, but and you really see it if you varnish stuff. But if you do it correctly, I guess, you know, it's not as noticeable or whatever. So anyway, oh, since I'm here and over here where I normally craft, I got to get this stuff off the table before I go and do grilling. It's not the best outside. It was 40. Oh, it's 50 outside. Holy warmness buckets. I still have a bunch of snow in my backyard and my front yard. It's about this deep. Yeah, about 4 inches. So it's about 4.5 inches or something. That's about all we got on my birthday when I said it snowed. Anyway, as a final note for ending, I was just going to show the 2 movies that I did get. I did talk about them in another previous video, but I bought this one. I didn't know it was Walt Disney because you know, famously for the longest time when I was younger, I used to say I hated Disney movies, which I still do. I'm not a big fan of watching like Disney movies, not to sound all feminist or anything, you know, and you know, I'm not, that's not why I like, or it's not why I despised Disney movies. Well, first of all, they made Pocahontas, and as a Native American, I just kind of was annoyed with the butchering of her story. You know, she has not the best of stories to tell, or at least, you know, the versions that I heard from, you know, my Native American teachers in high school is different than the version that I hear other people talking about. And it definitely was not how the Disney one is. But anyway, so anyway, this one was, I haven't watched it yet. So see, like I still got it. It's in plastic still. All I did was order a bunch of, I only ordered 2, but you can order a bunch of DVDs and stuff on Amazon. And since they're so lightweight, they usually don't like to ship them unless you ship them with other items. And I bought other things. I bought myself a dress for my birthday and another shirt for my birthday, plus these. So I got, you know, it's just so that, because these are really lightweight and it'd be not cost effective to mail just these. So anyway, like I said, I didn't know this was a Disney movie. I hated Disney movies. I mean, I don't know why I went on the tangent of Pocahontas, but anyway, I hate it. I don't like Cinderella, you know, the whole tragedy to rich and fame. You know, I grew up very poor, and it just was it was a lie. You know, it felt like the whole Disney thing was such a lie. Like Ariel, you know, she was just a mermaid, but she was also a mermaid princess because her father's the king of the ocean or whatever. And, you know, but then again, the real Little Mermaid story ends where she gives up her life and becomes sea foam or whatever. But then again, all those stories have very dark histories. But I don't know. I just didn't like the good feeling, the feel good about Disney thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Disney now. I mean, now that I have my own children, I see why people want their kids to watch Disney, because Disney's very family friendly. And I even went to Walt Disney World. Yeah, the one in Florida. Land? World? Whichever one's in Florida. And a friend of mine who lives down there, she told us that since it was our first time, we can request at the gate, since it was our first time, they give you buttons. So I still have our buttons that I guess the employees treat you differently if it's your first time. Or something like that. I don't know. I didn't seem to get anything interesting or whatever. But anyway, okay, so this was like, I guess this would have to be my first Disney movie that I really liked as a kid. The next one would have to be Toy Story, and that wasn't until that was my graduating year, because that was 95, end of 95, early 96 when that movie came out. I think that was for Christmas or whatever of 95. I could be wrong, but if I'm remembering right, because I remember I wanted a Buzz Lightyear doll for my birthday for when I turned 18, and my mom got it for me. But anyway, this was what I like this movie. I have yet to watch it. And then I have this one, and I didn't realize this was Nicolas Cage, but it is. I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's been in anything. I mean, I recognize him from all sorts of movies because he's been in a lot of movies. He has a very large, but Deborah, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Edmund? I don't know. I don't know her from any, she probably has played in other things. I just don't know it. Anyway, my video has gone on for 12 minutes, and I just wanted to talk about how I roll these things and see how even this big wad is just, I don't even have to do it very hard to make them bend. And since it is a big wad, I do have to, but yeah, it's just to loosen the fibers so they are easier to roll. And I'm going to have to ask for more paper for like Reader's Digest, because that's this size, or Reader's Digest size paper, so that way they're all the same, so I don't come out with pieces that end up being this big and some only being that big if I use a certain amount. But anyway, I'm gonna end for now. I don't really like the way this is set up. I really should get a tripod for my cell phone, but that's still at some point. But like I said, I use my cell phone for everything. So, all right, you have a great rest of your afternoon, and I may do a video later. Who knows? Okay, all right, bye.